It shouldn't come as a surprise to any of us that we're experiencing shortages and things of that nature because of the COVID pandemic. And only recently have we been experiencing the consequences of the shutdowns that the government forced us to go through for 30 days, but everyone just, seemed to forgot about that once they got back to the club, but it's whatever. um, yeah, so, anyways, there's been shortages because of the effects of the economic impacts from the pandemic, which we were never prepared for in the first place. Just like that snowstorm that hit Texas a couple months ago. They weren't prepared for that event either. I don't know. It's like we see all of these tragic events, and it's like, why aren't we better prepared for the worst case scenario? It's certainly been making me think about those kinds of questions. And with inflation and the rising food prices, I don't know. I don't want to be pessimistic and say everything is hopeless and yada yada yada, because that's all been said before. What we're seeing right now is obviously an intense kind of change for society. And I don't understand it myself because I'm just a 22-year-old person. But all the chaos certainly does fascinate me, and it has fascinated me for a while because, I don't know, I wish we had the answers for it, and maybe one day we will, but with the way things are looking right now, it certainly can seem bleak to the onlooker, because even if you have a steady job or whatever, like, you're still going to run into complications that you're going to need, preparations for. One second. And you're going to need a backup plan and just the contingency for the worst possible case scenario. Because in this day and age, you can't be walking around with your head cut off like a chicken. You're going to need a backup plan after backup plan after backup plan, from A all the way to plan negative 1031, because people don't care anymore, and people are just wild these days. And most of the time, I choose to stay away from most crowds because it's like, whatever. I don't need to be in the position of there being a possible shootout. I know that's like an exaggerated thought, but it's worth noting, I think, because as we just seen at the Tops grocery store, you can't even go home now without thinking like, oh man, am I going to make it because of some shooter? I don't know. I don't really get why we're at where we are right now, and I don't think I ever really got that to begin with. And I am just a humble observer at the end of the day, and I only want to comment on what's going on around me because I feel like a channel like mine could bring different ideas to the table, like bringing corners of the internet together that people didn't really expect in the first place, or I don't know, just we have to focus on progress rather than all of this confusion that we've been experiencing. And I didn't even mention the border crisis that's going on right now, but that's certainly another issue that we need to face. And Joe Biden, for some reason, is obviously not going to do that because, well, from what we've seen, he's just a crazy nutcase and only wants to, be a problem instead of helping us. Like, have we received a stimulus check from Joe Biden yet? No. Just like that $60 gas bill, or that $80 gas bill, or that even $100 gas bill. So I hope you're happy with who you're voting for, and I don't know, just pay closer attention to that, and maybe not voting is the answer in some cases, as we have seen in the past, obviously. I don't get why people just don't vote. Like, you don't have to. I'm just saying.